Iohn 1:3 or John 1:3. It says, all things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Iohn, Iohn 1:3 or John 1:3. Jehovah's Witness insert the word other to exclude logos from the verse. This is a particularization of the verse. The main objection is that the Greek words in the verse, there does not exist any word for other, probably elos or heteros. So they are the Greek alternatives of the word, and they do not exist in the word. They are missing or they are absent. A Trinitarian say if John wanted or Iohn wanted to say all other things, he would have used one of these Greek words in the gospel, in the verse of this gospel. Similarly, Paul or Paulus had used such words which showed that he also meant all things and not all other things. So this is a Trinitarian argument. So Iohn and Paul agree that all things does not exclude anything at all. Iohn would have said Pantos Alle Dinge instead of Panta. Similarly, Paulus would have said something like that. But there is a problem. If a word is omitted actually, it may still potentially and mentally exist. So one might not exclude, so one might not conclude that the actual absence implies the potential or the mental absence. If there is a proof for such mental or potential presence, its physical and actual absence cannot be used to prove its mental or potential or both absences. If it is potentially or mentally present, then, or both of them are present, then the verse or the verses do mean all other things instead of all things or all. The Panta means every or all, but it is taken in the meaning of all things. So the Trinitarian would have asked for its virtual presence. So it would have asked for its virtual presence before rejecting its mental or potential presence or both of them, or rejecting both, both of the two type of presence or two type of absence. This is a problem of hermeneutic interpretations versus literal interpretation. Well, now we will see that what should we proceed. It depends upon the forces of the proof. If the proofs are strong, then Jehovah's Witness and the Unitarians are right, and such verses are in favor of unity. And I have explained what is unity. If the proofs are weak, then these verses are in the favor of triunity or trinity, and improbable for unity. This is a very balanced view or opinion. However, if the proofs are neither too strong nor too weak, then they may be interpreted as according to Trinity or as according to unity, but not both. So this is a balanced view. Once again, I have said that is a very balanced view. Now, let us see the proofs, and the readers or the listeners or the observers decide about their strength or weakness, or middle position somewhere between strength and weakness. So now I am going to say the first proof. Now you may see. For by him all things were created or made in heavens and earth. Colossians 1:16. For by him all things were created or made in heavens and earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rules or authorities, all things were created through him and for him. Colossians explains what Paul meant by Greek Panta, things in heavens and earth. Then Colossians gives detail. This means the book does not say about all things in general as presumed by a Trinitarian, but without any and which is without any exception, but all things either in heaven or on earth. So anything neither in heaven nor on earth is excluded. In other meaning, all things in all worlds, in the world, all things in the world which constitute the world. So it is about the things in heavens or things on earth. But even the heaven and earth are excluded in general, or we may say the world itself is excluded without causing any exception in the meaning of the Greek text. Now, if Paul means such a thing, then Colossians 1:17, I was talking about Colossians 1:16. Now, if Paul has explained what he means, now Colossians 1:17, Corinthians 8:6 and Hebrew 1:2 may be taken in the same sense, and if they are taken in the same sense and as Paul has explained, then this verse does not prove that Logos was made through himself, and this is the main point which is often raised by Trinitarians, not only in the past but even in the present time. However, I may point out at one more thing. Hebrew 1:2 may be taken in the sense whom he also created, made the ages or eras, ERA, and plural ERAs, eras. So it may mean ages or eras. So the problem is that it does not mean the word Hebrew 1:2, but it may mean ages or eras. There are different ages, and each age is made through him. As the word of Paul may be explained by his own explanations, even if he has explained once or only once, it is sufficient. Now we may say John means the very same thing, a strong probability. If it is if it is a very strong probability for Paul, so a thing that is a very strong probability for the words and works of Paul is a strong probability, slightly less but still strong for Iohn. Now we will see the next proof. So it will take some more videos, but first of all I have shown that all things were made. Jehovah Witness, insert the word other. in the translations, but I'm not concerned about the translations. I am concerned with the meaning of the Greek text. So you have to insert the Greek words for other mentally in the meaning, or potentially in the meaning. And I have shown that even the first proof is that even Paul has explained himself, and Paul is the prime source of his own explanation. So, and what is a very strong probability that Paul does not mean all things, but all things in the world, or even in the heaven and on the earth, excluding the heavens and the earth itself. And if so, then this is a strong proof in itself. Now we will see the second proof in the next video.